Hey everyone, my name's Nate. I wanted to record a video of my experience with Obsidian for the Kevin Rose community. There's many things I like about Obsidian. I'm a relatively new user. One thing I really like is using it as a second brain. I created a couple of quick categories for the second brain, and the first one is quick notes. This is kind of ephemeral notes. This is something I can make a note anytime, similar to what you do in like Apple Notes. Secondly, imported notes. This is where I've imported from different sources because typically with Apple Notes, Notion, OneNote, I would have the note, but I'd easily get lost where that note is. So I've imported them all here. And then thirdly, I have source material. This is where I want to do like a research project on reading a book, or maybe looking at a project where I'm looking a little bit deep, like learning chess a little bit more. Asset category. This is where I store all the resources like images. And then daily. I think daily is where the magic happens with the Obsidian for me. I kind of treat it as similar to like a bullet journal. So it'll ask you, do you want to create a new daily note? This is actually for tomorrow, so I'll pick today. And, this is a little bit meta, but I created a link here for, this Obsidian 5-minute demo. And, I have my notes here of my speaking points. But, I use this as both, just a random thought I have. So I'll put it on my phone, or journaling, ideas, to-do lists. So really anything's on the table here, kind of like a bullet journal, if you've used that before. The other thing I do, which is kind of different from some of the users of Obsidian, is I typically tag documents just by using backlinks. This way you can kind of do some cool visuals. For my demo, I'll give you an example. So let's say I'm looking for like how I cooked the turkey last Thanksgiving. And, you can do a typical search. So you might, search, turkey, and this is a good way to find it. But another way to look is maybe through tags. And so I could say like, okay, I remember this one is food. And so, I look at the food, and I created a list with the data view. This is really easy to do. It's a little bit of code, but, ChatGPT can generate this for you. But I have a template too that just creates these when I create new lists. So it's basically automatic. And so here, what I like about doing it this way versus the built-in tagging is this gives you the hover view, so you can kind of quickly see like, oh, okay, here's the document I was looking for, and oh yeah, that's right, I did have to, I took it out early last time, and that sort of thing. But what's nice about the tagging too is you can kind of backlink back to your list, or even better, you're like, oh, okay, I remember I did that on the smoke, or what other stuff have I done on the smoke, or do I have any tips? Oh, okay, I have it takes 15-20 minutes to start. I know it's like a kind of a stupid example, but this is how I navigate Obsidian a lot. So the other things that I find helpful with Obsidian is the import tool. I talked about importing all these notes. So Obsidian's both very simple out of the box. It uses Markdown, stores it to text files, and so it's very, very basic, which I actually enjoy. But the other thing I enjoy is how customizable it is. And so you can have all these different plugins. I try to keep my plugin list actually pretty light for now. I might change that over time just to avoid complexity. But some I really enjoy is this importer one, where you can import from Notion, Evernote, because I've used all these tools, and so it's nice to have all the notes in one place. The other thing is I use Obsidian Sync. You can use your favorite cloud tool, but what's nice, it's actually a really good sync. And then, I like supporting the developers too. But the sync tool works really good otherwise, you can use your favorite cloud tool, but this allows me to run it on, Linux, Windows, Mac OS, etc. And then finally, I use templates a lot. So, for example, I have this, I've been reading this concept of smart notes, which is essentially like a finalized note. People, you can go on YouTube and spend, hundreds of hours watching smart notes, but at a high level, it's something you want to remember, and then some instructions and maybe some references, some backlinks, that sort of thing. So this one, it has some tags here and some notes and some references. If I want to create a new one, I just right-click new note, and right now this is untitled, but so what I do is I have a shortcut, which I use Control T, and then here's a list of templates. Like I said, I'm pretty a new user, but so I call this one a full note. And then this has the timestamp, the status. You can put in some tags here, like, computer setup. And let's say this one is, I don't know, setting up a new Windows computer. And then, so now, install from ISO, etc. So now I have a smart note. I can go back to you can see it's automatically populated in my list. It has a hover over feature. So, a lot of really good stuff. So I just want to share those quick tips. I know it's very basic, but I hope it generated some energy around using Obsidian. I like to see what other users, I'd love to do like a Google Hangout or see how other users are using it. I'm always watching YouTube videos and learning more. That's another fun part of Obsidian, is like you can spend endless hours just learning how other users use it. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope this was useful. Take care all. Bye.